There you are, how's it going, man? You alright? Are you all packed up and ready? It's not been bad living here, has it? For the last 6 months, touring around Egypt, went to see the pyramids. I've had a great bit of gardening leave. But as you know, if you check your phone, the vote was in, yeah. And about 2/3 of the people who are watching us decided to leave. I'd have quite happily stayed. I'm easy, but I'm excited to see what comes up. And we're off to South America. I know, that's where I know you wanted to go there. I'm happy to go there. I'm very excited. And I'm very excited with the job opportunity that came my way. Really, I'm excited. Anyway, it's time to leave this beautiful place. Catch a plane. I'll tell you more on the way. How's it going, man? You alright? Yeah, I'm just been watching a bit of YouTube. Greeno FM. He's on a bit of a Journeyman adventure as well. Brilliant series on YouTube. Yeah, proper enjoyable, to be fair. Right. So I guess you want to know what we're doing. You know we're going to South America. Well, I was a bit worried because my career, like we knew, was going on a great arc, really. I'd won the freaking Asian Champions League, so my stock was high, but then I wanted to challenge myself. We've took that left turn, we dropped down to a small club in Egypt, so I think we achieved great things. I don't know what we could have achieved there, really, if we'd have stayed. There was no money, to be fair. But most of South America's season starts in January, so that's why I quit. And that's why we went touring around Egypt for 6 months, which I think was brilliant. I've loved it. How much fun have we had? I know. It was great. I know. You hated the digging part, but I've loved that. I've loved the history. Touching them pyramids was a lifelong dream of mine. Anyway, we're going somewhere else historical. South America, home of the Aztecs and the Mayans. I can't wait for this. And I think I've landed a great job. A club I've never heard of. Well, kind of have. But I didn't realise how big they are. I didn't realise the history. No, not in Argentina. No. No, we're not going to Brazil. We're going somewhere new. I have never been and I cannot wait for this challenge. So this time I'm not drunk. I'll put a little envelope next to you. Why don't you open it up? It'll tell you exactly where we're going. Here we are in Asunción. That's what I was told on the internet. We'll find out of the locals. If I'm saying it right, I'm probably not. You know me. We're staying in this apartment, which is pretty good because I've had a bit of a pay rise from the last job, so I can afford it. I'm treating us. But let's go in and check it out. And here it is. Not bad little digs, is it? Hey, I'm pretty happy. I feel right at home. A lot of culture in this place. Now the club I've taken over. Pretty big club in this country. There's a lot of good sized clubs and it's got a great history. They just recently finished runners up in the league. They won the cup, but I think this club is built around, or its target is, winning the Copa Libertadores, the Champions League of South America, and that's what I want to do while I'm here. We could really put our feet down and make roots here for a good few seasons, hopefully. With that in mind, why not? Let's go for it. That's the plan. I've got the best chief cone placement officer in the world. I'm sure we can do it. A lot of work to do though still. A lot of work and a lot of pressure. Different pressure, but pressure I cannot wait for. I'm very proud of this. So shall we get our ass down to that club and let's find out what we're going to be up to this year. Welcome to Paraguay and welcome to Club Olympia. Now, like I said, the seasons, I think every country in South America starts now in January, apart from Argentina, I think. And I didn't want to go Argentina. I think I've done that in the previous Journeyman. I didn't want to go Brazil because it's the big one, the usual one that a lot of people probably try out. I wanted to go somewhere I've never been, a different country in South America. So I was looking at jobs like that. Now I was a bit worried because obviously my careers took a step back, really got on WASWAN. They weren't the biggest rep club. I didn't win anything last year. And then I've had 6 months off and that was all brought up in the interview. You know, can you step back up? You've had a lot of time off. Can you get back in? But it didn't seem to affect me. I saw this job. They look like a good sized club in the country I wanted to try out. Went for the interview, got it. So very, very pleased by that and very pleased with where we've ended up. And new league, new rules. Very exciting. We're going to be in the South American Champions League straight away, which is also very exciting. Now this club does have a great history. Won many, many titles and it's won 3 Copa Libertadores already. It's not won it for a while, but they've got this little bit of artwork at the stadium with all the 3 victories, and I think that's what they want to achieve, and I'd love to achieve that here. I've won it before on other saves, and I'd like to do that here, but It's going to be interesting because, you know, there's foreigner rules. Money isn't great. Pretty old club, man. And I keep saying I'm excited. The owner loves the club. Ticket prices have all gone up. We've definitely upped our level. This is up there. Could be the best level I've been at so far in my career. Don't know many of their icons, but I do know Roque Santa Cruz. Do you remember him? He's playing for them. He might be playing for them right now in real life. He's obviously retired now. Now we've got two fierce rivals. One historic with Cerro Porteño. I think that's how you say it. And Libertadores. This is Club Cerro Porteño. Now they've won a gazillion league titles. Only 2 Paraguay Cups, and they've never won the Continental Cup. So yeah, itching for that. They play in a massive stadium. This is a historic rival. This is someone we need to be looking out for. This is our other rival, Club Libertad. Libertad? Is that how you say it? Let me know in the comments. Massive club, playing a 12,000 capacity stadium. And you might also notice that all 3 of us are based in the same city. They've won about 20 league titles and 1 Paraguay Cup. Again, they're not that great continentally. Just to show you though, we've won 3, although we haven't won it since 2002. If we scroll down, they won it in 1990, and I think they won it in the 70s, yeah, the year after I was born, many moons ago. So we play in the Manuel Ferreira Stadium, 20,000 seats, built in 1965, and we're in a great city, full of culture. I think it's based on a river right on the border. I mean, reading up about it, there's loads of history. I mean, I think they had wars back in the day with the Brazilians and Argentinians. There was a time when Buenos Aires was sacked and the main capital of the colonials moved here, so it's a proper colonial city for back in the day. Proper Spanish culture going on here, but great place to live and a great place to play football with all these big teams in the same city. We've got great training facilities, excellent youth facilities, good academy, and I'm going to need that because money is going to be tight. Now I do have 4.5 million in the bank and 1.7 million to spend, but this club finished runners-up last year and won a cup. And when I assessed the squad, it is built around my tactic. I mean, even when I took over, it showed me that it's built around my tactic. But what I was going to do is I was going to offload a couple of older players because they had quite a bit of talent, or at least high-starred talent in the reserves. And I thought to myself, if I'm going to spend 2, maybe 3 years here, let's forget about bringing players in. The squad's obviously good. It's got some quality and some promise. Let's give these kids a chance when possible. Let's try and grow a team. Now, vision-wise, they're not wanting to win the Copa Libertadores, but I want to win that. I mean, of course they want to win it. It's all about winning that league, and that's the pressure here. I've got to be winning the league, winning the cups, and competing at least to do that, to keep my job. So, of course, they want us to win the league. They just want us to get to the second round of the Copa Libertadores, but that's always going to be tough, isn't it? You're going to be going up against big teams in that, from Argentina, Brazil, and all that. It's exciting. I've done this before now on Journeyman, and I'd say it's probably my second favourite after the Champions League because that's quality, innit? You're up there with the best. This is a great tournament. The staff wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But when I did the contract talks, I made sure I could make my own changes. The only person I've got to keep is the director of football, and he is the only one to keep. And these are the transfers. Like, I didn't really do anything. The 2 guys that got brought in were director of football, youth players, nothing too special. Freebies, I'll let him do that. Now, I sold Hugo Fernandez, who's about 30, he's not bad, but I wanted to give some kids a chance, so he went. Got rid of a bit more dead wood on frees. And as you can see, obviously, I've gone a good few months into it, and the money is not amazing. The money's never going to be amazing unless we get some kind of investment, but I'm kind of happy with that. As long as we tick over, I was really focused on developing players at this club and seeing if I could do it that way. I thought that'd be pretty special. Now, this is the staff, and as you can see, I've rebuilt it completely. We had a good medical team, but it's way better now. Great scouting team, just getting straight on it. I've even got spots left. I've just asked for more spaces, so we're going at that. And I'm just scouting Paraguay players, so if I can pick anyone up on a freebie, really, going forward, I'll do that. And then my coaching team massively improved. And the first thing I did was see where my old assistant was. The guy here at Vardar, who I took to Qatar, has now buggered off somewhere to Saudi Arabia, and I couldn't afford to bring him back. I did find a pretty good assistant, Claudio Graf, a 52-year-old Argentinian who's been an assistant at many clubs. He was the best I could get, and it was fun, this building the staff. I know I always go on about it, but I really did enjoy it. I mean, they're not the best in the world, but I managed to put something good together, and it's always going to help out with training. But before we look at the players, let's just look at the league, and it's quite a long season, to be fair. You've got one league table, you have an opening stage which you can win, And you have a closing stage which you can win, and then it all gets mashed together into one league. So there's only 12 teams in each group, but you do play a lot of games. So, but it's fun. I was ploughing through it for fun. I've been off for a good few days off work, a long weekend. And this is, apart from watching Line of Duty, I don't know if you watched the finale of Line of Duty, which I was massively disappointed with. Really bad. I've just played Football Manager. So let's run through the squad quickly. If I go through someone too quick, feel free to pause it and have a bit more of a nosy. This is one of my goalkeepers, Saul. He's only 22 years old, but I think he's a cracking little keeper. This is my other keeper, Marino. He's 30 years old, and he is a good keeper as well. At left back, we've got Thomas Aguero. Can play at centre half as well. Great tackler. We've also got Jose Luis Acaracaro. That's exactly how you pronounce it. He's one of the kids I promoted because of his potential. At right back, I've got Juan Coronel, 23 years old. And I've got Dario Quintana, who is more of a winger, can cover there, but he's decent potential, and I brought him in as a backup. He's left-footed as well. At centre half, I've got Walter Cristaldo, 18 years old, and another kid I promoted for my youth team. What was he doing in the youth team? We have Arnaldo Salinas, he's 18 years old, and another lad I promoted from the youth team. I think he might be my only foreigner. I think he's my only foreigner, Carlos Gomez. I've only got one. He's from Colombia, 22 years old. And then a player that covers there really, because he's more of a midfielder, is Brian Farina. Why is he called Brian? 17 years old, and another kid I promoted because of his potential. In midfield, we've got another young guy, 18 years old, Fernando Romero, another kid from the youth team who could be absolutely amazing. A lot of these lads had 1-year deals as well, so I did go through the squad and spent most of my money giving out new contracts, make sure they got decent minimum fees. Some of them, a couple of them have got really low ones, but I couldn't change it. Next up is Diego Torres, 25 years old, really good ability, really fleshed out, great player. Next up is Marcos Cabral, 21 years old, and again, a really good player. I mean, that's a weird, is that Brian Ojeda, 27 years old, never played for his country, but he's a good player. Behind the striker, we've got Guido Carrera, 19. The youth in this team is what I was happy with when I took over. Like I said, they're all young, there are a lot of regens obviously, but if we can keep them together and grow a team and not spend any money and build a Paraguayan superstar side that can go on and win the Copa Libertadores, and that to me will just make my day. Another player called Eric Ibarra, 19 years old, again really good, technically very good. On the left we've got Jesus himself, 19 years old. This is brilliant, honestly. I love young teams. I've talked about it in older saves. I also have Dario Aguero, who again is a good little left winger, 22 years old, played 18 times for his country. On the right, Raul Monges, 18 years old, played for his country 2 times. We've got another Quintana, this time it's Hugo. He is a right winger, but he can cover in multiple positions. Great long shot, great long throw. We've got a young kid called Juan Alvalos, only 17, decent bit of potential, but he's more of a squad filler. And then another player I really like, to be fair, who's a great squad player. I think he looks great on paper, but his star rating doesn't say it. He's played a little bit, not too much. It's Alan Wilk. So pre-season was a bit, all over the place, to be fair. 1-2, lost 3, getting beat off a team like River. You know, you made me thinking shit. But it's only pre-season, and obviously I was coming in. I'd got rid of a few of the older guys. I was cutting for money reasons. But the start of the season, that was going to be tough, because we were going to be starting our campaign against our 2 arch rivals, 2 other big clubs in the country, Libertad. Don't know why I struggle saying that, but we beat them 3-0. Fantastic way to kick off your campaign. And then we beat our historic rival, CCP as they called there, Cerro Porteño, 3-1. I'm thinking, this is brilliant. So this is the opening stage table, first half of the season, and we're about 2/3 of the way through it. Played 14, won 12, drawn 1, lost 1. I'm happy with that. I mean, the guys have really played some fantastic football, all the way up until at least we started playing continental football. But this is fantastic because I didn't know how it was going to go. Obviously, you get your staff in, you get your tactic in, you start doing your thing, it's fine. But, you know, I was gambling. You've seen the youth of my team. But if we look at the run-up here, it's not bad, is it? And we didn't lose a game until we played these boys down here. We got beat 2-0. But, yeah, I think it was a bit of a hangover really from the continental side of football. Of course, we've also got the Copa Paraguay, like the FA Cup of Paraguay. We started off annihilating these 6-1. And then we played like the B team of our arch rival, beating them 8-0. Bit unfair. So they beat us in pre-season and they beat us in our opener in the group stage of the Copa Libertadores. And yeah, I was thinking this is crap. And up until this point, we've been amazing in the league. And we got beat here, then we went back home and got beat in the league. So a bit disappointed really. But it wasn't that bad because we made it through. We came second, and a toughish group. That team from Bolivia aren't the best, but you know, a team from Argentina, a really good team from Brazil. We didn't do too bad. Now, if you see there, they're the games we lost, both against River, unfortunately. We drew one with the team from Brazil, 2-2, but it was a good game. And then there are victories, obviously, battering the Brazilians away. Just turned it on. It is what it is. And then we battered George Willisterman. What a name that is. It's got to be named after someone. This is the homepage, and I'm going to kick on a bit more in a minute. I've only got a C+ because they do not like losing. They don't like losing. Pissed off with the River game. Pissed off getting beat in the league. I mean, chill out. Pissed off with me selling that player because he was a good player. Big wages and all that. I want to go down the youth route, and hopefully the way I want to do it will win them over. Now I've jumped forward to September. It's random, innit? When you're used to European football, when you come somewhere like this and the league's a bit all over, it is different, but it is set up right. I mean, some countries like, was it Qatar, where it crosses over into different seasons? I don't like that. I like this, how it's all runs smoothly. Onto the Copa Libertadores, though, and onto the knockout stages, and I drew Fluminense, is it? The Brazilian team, great team. So to win 3-1 gave me loads of confidence. We then got beat, though, 2-1 away, but we won 4-3 on aggregate. Very good, really. Next up, another Brazilian team, and it's the Red Bull team, I think, from Brazil. They've got Red Bull teams everywhere. Beat them 3-0. And then we drew 1-1 at their place. So yeah, this young team of mine is beating Brazilian teams. So if we can keep growing this, surely I can do this while I'm here. I mean, I'm happy staying here. I'd like maybe at some point to stay somewhere longer than 2 years, and I feel like this could be the club because of the youth of the team. Can I achieve my goal in my first year? I mean, it'd be insane if I did with this team at the minute, the stage they're at. But to do that, I've got to get past Boca Juniors in the semi-finals. Legendary team. Now, we were champions of the opening stage. Great. Very, very happy with it, to be fair. Although, look at it. Goal difference. We had to play a playoff for it, which was mad. An opening stage playoff. But we won it. I don't know why they do it this way, why they don't just have a full season, I don't know. Now it's the closing stage and we're 8 games into it and I've won all 8. I'm going to show you that here, make it easy for myself. I mean, some good teams there. River Plate, not the River Plate. We beat them 2-0. Beat Libertad. God, that name, why can't I say that name? So I am just scouting Paraguayan players, mainly based in our country. Obviously, I've done a little bit of players outside the country. Just keep tabs on ones, any good ones. At least I've got a bit of knowledge on them. I can change the age there like that. If I get any knowledge on them, that'll be great. Maybe get some kids in, just keep developing and developing. So this is my squad, and I've arranged it by age. Obviously, we've got a few older guys, but a lot of them are unhappy because maybe they're not playing as much as they'd like, or some of them want new deals. And I've given out more contracts as the season's gone on. Now this is arranged by average rating, and you can see some of the standout guys here. Santiago Vera, I mean, he's not one of the youngsters, but he's been a very, very good player for me. Diego Torres, 25, he's not one of the youngsters either, but like I said, a lot of them. Look at all these guys here. Tomas, he's a good little player, 25 years old. I've jumped forward 3 months and here's the league looking at it in one go with all the groups together. Look at that, 113 points, lost 4, drawn 2, 137. Now there is 1 game left to play. It doesn't say we're champions yet, but we definitely won it, which is great because that means my job is safe. Got the league's leading goal scorer, second best player, 2 great assisters. So yeah, that's the minimum sorted. Job safe. But of course, I really want to achieve continental success. Are we going to do it this year? Maybe it's just a step too far just yet for this team of mine that have got better throughout the year. But yeah, we lost to Boca at home 1-0. We got beat 1-0 in the next leg, 2-0 in aggregate. But we knocked out Brazilian teams, and Boca are a big club. We're nearly there already. So another year, get older, a bit more experience. This could happen hopefully in the next couple of years. I kind of really want to stay here till I can at least get to a final, at least try and win it. Back to the cup though, the Paraguay Cup, and we beat those boys, Sportivo, 5-1. We'll then beat Rubio 4-1 in the semi-finals, putting us in the finals. So the last game of the season in the league isn't a live com. No, we've got a cup final to share against Club Sportivo San Lorenzo from San Lorenzo, playing a 10,000 capacity stadium. 8th in the league. We should be winning this. Right, here we go. Can we do the double? Obviously, I put the best team possible. Carrera, my assistant, didn't want him on, but he's too good. I want him on. We've played these 4 times already, beating him 7-1, 4-1, 2-1 and 3-1. Right, we've kicked off. Come on, lads. I mean, we've won like 99% of our games domestically this year, pretty much. But anything can happen in a cup final. I mean, anything. Form goes out the window, doesn't it? And from experience, sometimes cup finals are crap. I have a lot of crap cup finals sometimes. 1-0ers and Borefests and extra time and freaking penalties. Oh, here we go, Vera. Straight away, Coronel. We're putting the pressure on early. We're just not being freaking clinical yet. But that pressure is getting applied consistently. Come on. Oh, nice pass. Nice bit of football. I'd like to take this chance just to thank you guys for sticking with this series. I mean, it could go on and on and on. The aim is hopefully one day to get offered a job by a big club and win the Champions League in Europe. That's the aim of the series, hopefully one day, but I want to go all around the world. And some people obviously didn't like staying in a tent. I think some people switch off when the vote don't go their way. I thought that was quite cool, being interactive, giving you like some kind of say in how it goes. And I like the randomness of that, to be fair. Look at this though. They haven't created a freaking thing and we can't score, and I'm getting no bloody highlights. Right, 10 minutes to go in the first half. They still haven't done anything, but anything can happen, can't it? You only need one shot to score. You've got to capitalise when you're dominating, and we've not capitalised yet. It's Perez for them. Oh my God, what an effort. Oh, here we go. Come on, Carrera. Like I said, my assistant didn't want him on the pitch, but I did. His Monges can stick the ball in the net when he wants to. Cuts it across. There you go. Easy tapping for Vera. Easy. Santiago. 1-0. Come on, boys. Well, it's half time. They've only managed one shot, but it was a freaking decent effort, wasn't it? We are dominating, but we need to kill this game off. Right, second half's kicked off. I basically told them, you've got one hand on that cup. Go out there and finish the job. Let's see if they can do it. I mean, we are better than this. We play some fantastic football, this team of mine. A lot of good players, you know, for the level we're at. Like a lot of the older guys, like 25 and that, have been great. Kids are stepping in, doing great. Really got a good vision for this club and can really see myself staying here for a bit. I really, really can. Right, come on, lads. Benitez. But as always, at certain stages, I'll put it to you lot and see what you think. I'm making a change and taking effect yet. Bringing off a yellow card. He's a bit tired. It's... is it Torres I've brought off? Yeah, for Brian Farina, who hasn't played tons, but he's one of the kids. He's only about 18, 19. Loads of potential. Pretty good ability as well. Big moment for him. Cup final. Right, oh, nice ball to Monge. Oh, come on. I just don't feel safe at 1-0 at all. Here's Vera. Go on, get in. Right, they've got a corner. Do not concede right now. Oh, goal line clearance. Seriously, team of heroes. Now, don't forget, make sure you get involved in the comments. Let me know how you feel about the move here, out of the country, what you feel about Paraguay, and have you ever been here yourself? Have you ever managed this team? I can recommend it. I think it's a fantastic league to play in. Very happy where I've ended up here, to be fair. Here's Monges. Can he get a no? I brought off one of the goal scorers only because he was tired. Vera on the right and Quintana's come on. He's the guy who's like a backup right back, but he has played on the right wing quite a lot. Got a decent amount of flexibility. I'll give him some praise as well. Hopefully I'll cheer him up. And there you go. Eric, lad, won a cup. Very, very happy. The Copa Paraguay. Happy days. Let's see the boys lift it. Let's see the sparkles. Let's get that confetti raining down on us. Now, obviously, I've got one game left to play in the league. I'll box that off. We'll have a final look at the table. But yeah, it's been a pretty good season, really. I'm pretty happy with it. So we had one game left to play against a decent team who'd taken points off us this season, and we beat them 2-0. Winning the overall league by 11 points, lost 4, drawn 2, won 38, scored crap tons of goals, and yeah, very, very successful season. Really happy. Gone way better than I thought. There you are, I was just about to ring you. I feel like I've been sat here ages. There's no one here anymore. How beautiful is this calf? Not bad, is it, living in a rainforest? Pretty nice. What I've been doing, well, I had a meeting with the owner. He's loving this season. Very happy. Job is safe. Your job is safe. He's never had a cheap comp placement officer like you. So yeah, domestic double, fantastic. Happy getting to a semi-final. Likes the vision of the young team. And hopefully we can kick them on that extra step. next year. But I just want to thank you for staying with me, man. This adventure's been amazing. We've gone so many places already. We've done so much together. I'm glad you're staying with me, and we're staying here for one more year, maybe more. It's exciting, isn't it? And I'm enjoying it. Hopefully you're still enjoying it, and I appreciate you. Always do appreciate you. Got a big season coming up, big summer. I can't wait. So, should we get back to work?